I quit. I bet each and every one of you has said that at some point, or at least wanted to say it. It feels so good, doesn't it? So decisive and in control. But then, it turns out, more often than not, we second guess ourselves and continue to do the thing that we wanted to stop or end or quit. But why? Well, we've all heard it. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. But is quitting really the opposite of winning? What if it's just a great strategy to know when to walk away if something isn't serving you? Psychologists from across the country have found that people continue to do things because of peer or society pressure, but then they avoid quitting because they fear failure. Well, today I'm here to flip the script on quitting. Quitting isn't failure. It's a strategy for achieving success. Now, it makes sense that we adhere to the never quit mentality. Our phones are never off, news never sleeps, and there are places to get food 24/7. The real problem with the adage, never quit, is that it's an absolute. And as humans, absolutes set us up to fail. To never quit means you can't explore new paths or make strategic changes. It implies that you have to keep going no matter what. And that's not a strategy at all. In my life, I've quit a lot of things. I've left broadcasting for public relations for full-time motherhood. I moved on to community leadership, followed by yoga teacher training, now real estate. You get the point. But you know what? I don't feel bad about quitting any of those. Each change brought new experiences and new opportunities, and they all felt right at the time. Now, if we understand the common definition of quitting to be to give up, to stop, or to end, without even knowing it, I had redefined quitting as the strategic decision to leave a dead-end path and put my energy into something better. Some of the most successful people in the world have achieved amazing things by quitting. Why, Steve Jobs left Atari to co-found Apple. Martha Stewart left Wall Street to build a media empire. Both had to quit something in order to succeed at another. Even familiar global brands are quitters. They started with products that are totally different from the ones we know them for today. Nintendo, in 1889, was a playing card company. Samsung, founded in 1938, started as a South Korean trading company selling groceries. And in 2005, YouTube launched as a video dating site. And when that idea failed, the founders let users upload and share videos on all sorts of subjects. And we know how that worked out. Now, it turned out that I had created my own process for moving forward. For TEDx and speech writing purposes, I coined it Quit to Win. And I'm here to share it with you. In order to quit to win, you need to do three things: assess, decide, and pivot. Assess. Does the thing you want to quit still fit with your values and goals? Decide. Does continuing with the thing you want to quit move you forward, hold you back, or keep you where you are? And pivot. Don't be afraid of changing direction if something isn't working. At first, I didn't know if this idea would hold up at all, so I checked. And people far smarter than I thought it was worth studying the value of quitting. A Harvard Business Review study found that professionals who switched their job to something that had meaning for them felt much happier with work. And a study in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that professionals who pivoted mid-career to new roles altogether were more satisfied with work by up to 40%. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should go out and quit their jobs. There are plenty of areas in life where quitting might be worth considering, like relationships, habits, attitudes, or first drafts. To practice this talk in front of an audience, I gave it at a Rotary Club lunch. I'm pretty good at public speaking, so I thought, I got this. Oh no, it was a complete disaster. I flubbed lines, I forgot paragraphs. Why? Because frankly, I had completely quit being authentic. I had written an essay with phrases I would never use in real life instead of a talk. I couldn't remember anything. And if I wanted to show up today without sounding like a complete idiot, I knew I had to quit the original version and do some rewrites. What's cool about quitting is that it almost always gives you something more to think about. After this lunch, an older audience member came up to me, and she told me she liked the speech, but I missed a point. She said, it seemed like young people quit things far too often, and they quit when things get difficult. She didn't think they should do that. In other words, she wanted people to quit quitting. I thought, that's pretty interesting, and I wondered if it was true. Rest assured, it is not a generational thing. Researchers as varied from Harvard University to the American Psychological Association say people don't quit based on their age. But there are metrics which indicate who is most likely to quit. The top 3 being because they lose interest, because they feel worn out, and those who are going through big life changes. But it's a fair note, so let me clarify, I am not suggesting that you quit because things get difficult. But when something feels draining, unfulfilling, or stifling, quitting might be the best strategy. Now, quitting doesn't only have to be a strategy for individuals. I think society could benefit from a bit of strategic quitting. Maybe we could stop measuring success by how tired we are. Maybe we could reduce consumption and fast fashion to spare both the planet and our pocketbooks. And maybe we could stop relying on medicine to fix preventable health problems. But if you are an individual who wants to give the quit to win strategy a try, here are some simple ideas to get you started. Create a stop doing list. That's when you write down your commitments or activities and ask yourself, which of these deserves my time and energy? The ones that don't, go on the list. Or an energy audit, where you track your activities and then label them something like energizing or draining. You're bound to see emerging patterns, and then you can decide what to stop and what to continue. Lastly, I call this the mind's eye test. Picture releasing the thing you're considering quitting. Imagine your days without it. If the vision feels lighter and more peaceful, well, that's probably a good indication that thing needs to go. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You're all quitters. Because everyone is. The truth is, we're quitting all the time. We quit sleeping to wake up, we quit walking to run, we quit being outside when we come inside. Our lives are the sum total of all the things we quit. Some things without realizing, and some things done strategically and with purpose. Want to know how I know quitting is a strategy for success? I'm proof. 10 years ago, my life didn't look like what it does today, but if you asked me 10 years ago what I wanted my life to look like, I would have described exactly what I have now. A career I like, family and friends I love, and the opportunity to stand on a meaningful stage like this and tell people what I've learned in the 58 years I've been here on the planet. I wouldn't have gotten here if I didn't practice the art of quit to win. When possible, I think we should all give ourselves permission to quit what isn't serving us. I know I will continue to quit things when it's the best strategy, and I challenge you to do so as well. By using a quit to win strategy, you can define your own success. You just have to assess your path, decide what's right for you, and pivot toward the best things possible. From my point of view, quitting isn't the opposite of winning. It's the gateway to achieving the life you really want. Thank you.